Welcome back to Bears World, everyone. And today I have a special guest with me, one of my good friends, Nick. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Bear. Welcome y'all to the podcast. It's my first time. Nice to talk to y'all and greet y'all.
One of my good friends, Nick. He's a really good guy. You know, I've known you for a while. He's one of the funniest guys I know too. He's something different, man. But I'm glad to be your friend. Glad to talk to you and have you on the podcast, and definitely have you on more than once.
Always. I'll be happy to come back again. We're just going to discuss some random stuff today. Going to be all over. I'm kind of a more random type of person, so don't judge me on what I say. But take it with a slice of your own perspective. Don't just place me in your own little aspect. Trust, all right?
I mean, that's the whole point of the podcast, man. We're here to get other people's viewpoints, opinions, what they think. Kind of just hear every voice there is. You know, there's no judgment here. We're here to just have a good time, talk, entertain. So I know with Tristan and Noah have been on the podcast before, but you weren't there whenever me and Sensei.
I was not there for that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I wish I would have been. I still can't believe that like Eli blew up like that. Like, for the people that don't know, this is like the calmest guy. One of the calmest people I think I know have ever met in my life. And then like doesn't even cuss, none of that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Super relaxed, PC as can be. This man like blew up apparently. Like, I wish I would have, the one night I missed too, I wish I would have been there. This dude exploded. Like went ham, tried to suplex Tristan.
Dude, it was crazy, bro.
Oh my gosh, man! Bear hopped in instinctually out of nowhere, bro. Sensei was not about it. Didn't know Bear like that, so decided to just scooped him up.
Fucked me up,
dude. Instant, just grapple takedown, dropped him, dude. Oh my god! All I heard about it from second hand, but I could never fathom that. I could never fathom that situation ever happening. So it blew my mind in general.
Dude, I felt pretty bad after. Because when we all kind of met up at the party at Sensei's house afterwards, and we were all kind of just we're cool, we just made friends and everything. I felt bad because like you said, that was my first time there, so I didn't really know him. And afterwards, I was like, oh, he's kind of a really nice guy. He's like, man, you threw a hell of a punch. He's like, you left a bruise-shaped fist, like a fish-shaped bruise on my head for
Eli?
a week. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, he's mad chill, dude. That's not something. I've sparred him my whole life. We've threw out, straight drop, down, just boom, 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 clashing heavy. There's been a couple times where we went, we were so into it because we had to go multiple 2-minute rounds, and by the second or third round, dude, he was swinging ones that if I wouldn't have dodged, bro, I probably would have got dropped. Because he was boom, I was having to go in because he was getting intense, but that's only happened a couple times, and it was before we went overseas, so we were having to train really hard. So I was when I heard it was like that, and it was in the middle, it was beginning of season too, so there was. That I was baffled that he went that hard too, but
yeah, it was just funny, being my first day, just seeing all that. I'm
your first day. That's what blew my mind. That was your first day too, because I could only imagine that just showing up and being oh, it's a chill gym, everybody's cool here. Next thing you know, it's oh damn.
Yeah, because I wasn't allowed to spar because it was my first day, and he's like, well, you'll be here for at least 2 weeks before we'll let you spar. So all right, so I was just sitting there right next to Sensei on the training bags.
Just chilling, bro.
Yeah, just chilling, and all of a sudden, it happened right in front of us too. So,
bro, that stuff's happened
crazy as fuck.
Growing up, dude. One time, man, Red Dragon, one of the old teachers, dude, he was arguing with this kid named Nick, and kid snapped off. He was 12 at the time, and then Red Dragon was 18. And the kid kicked him in the balls, dude. And Red Dragon just came out of his seat and just kneed him right in the face, bro. Just doom. Just straight in the face. Oh my god. Just knee right to the fucking mouth, bro. No remorse.
Well, that's what you get if you kick someone in the
nuts. Dude, right now, don't start no battles you can't finish. It's that simple.
Oh. So, tell a little bit about yourself, Nick. What do you do for work? What are you planning on doing?
Yeah, well, right now I work at at a Whole Food style market. We just sell CBD, Delta 8, kratom, a bunch of herbalist style things. Whole food items plant-based meats, fruit, the whole 9 yards. Right now, though, but I have a couple other things. I actually plan on being a bartender soon.
Oh, really?
And then, yeah, I have a bartending license now. Been thinking about. I'm actually going for an interview on Monday, so tomorrow. So hopefully it all turns out good. Having some thoughts on joining the military. I actually went in and did the whole, like MEPS,
Yeah.
got my job and everything was supposed to go in June, but then I didn't pass my drug test. So, that happens like
Yeah.
that. I like burning. Can't even lie to you. So it's one of those things. I've been
Be like that, man.
yeah. Anybody that knows me,
Didn't you
knows
take
I
like
to
a
burn.
huge like break?
I did. I
that,
took
too?
a month and a half. This is good. Anybody listens to this and you plan on doing the same thing as me, I would recommend going 3 months without smoking. I went a month and a half, like about a month and a half altogether, like maybe 6 weeks without smoking at all. I went cold turkey, just completely stopped. And then I stopped like right before March and went in April 5th for my test. And
Just didn't
still,
pass.
yeah, like I signed up for my job. I got my date to leave out, and then got home, and not even a week later, they hit me back up. They're like, "Yo, Nick, you didn't pass." I was like, "Damn!" So I was a little disappointed, but at the same time, some people were like telling me, maybe that's a sign. Some people were just saying like, "Nah, bro, don't stop, keep doing it."
So, are you able to try to go back?
I can. I would have to go back 90 days after my initial sign-in. So I could go back in like about a month.
Okay.
Yeah. So
have you like made any thoughts about that?
I have. Again, that's why I'm kind of going to the because I am engaged at the moment. So then I'm like thinking if I want to just wait until I get married and everything and all that settled with for me to try again.
Because it'll make it a little bit easier.
It would make it
officially married.
Exactly. It'll make it a lot easier. It'll make the paperwork on the people a lot easier as well. Little kitty just got his hand stuck. But yeah, I've been thinking about taking that as an option, especially with me getting this, hopefully getting this bartending job soon. I can, run up that money because I'm a very talkative person. I'm just a, people person in general. So I'd love to just be able to get that job, mix up drinks, talk it up with people, and then, be able to save a good amount of money as well as save on like babysitting. Because like hopefully if I'm working at nights, I can watch. You know what I mean?
Mitchell during
the day, and then that way, when Allie gets off work, she can watch them, and then I can just.
You're saving all the money on
Because we spend over like $600 a month on childcare.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, easily, dude.
That's crazy.
So it would save us hella money. And, it would be better for him, too, just being able to chill with us and, stay at the house.
Be with the fam.
Exactly. And then, he'd only have to get watching a couple days out of the week, days we were both, she was working her serving job at night, and I was working the bartending job. So, hopefully, that works out for me.
I hope it does. I heard that bartending can get you some pretty good money.
Dude, especially, if you know how to talk it up with people and you're good at doing what you do, man, it's in the region. It'll be in Mount Dora, so everybody knows, freaking there's some.
You can make some good money in Mount Dora.
Oh, them folks, dude. There's folks out there that got money they want to spend. Think of all them old heads.
I was about to say one of them old people would love the tip.
All them old people, you just smile at them and tell them they look pretty. It's like, damn, you're 35, right? Yeah. And they're like, I like this one.
In reality, they're 72.
Exactly. It's like I can tell by the wrinkles on your forehead, Grandma. Relax, relax, okay. Came in with a walker, and I'm like,
right, Betty White.
It's like, yeah, okay. Got our own cooking show and all.
So, I noticed that you were, very energetic whenever you stopped smoking. How was that when you went cold turkey? Completely shut it off?
So it was
weed, nothing.
It was definitely different. So when I stopped, the first 2 weeks, I didn't really notice much of a difference. But my girlfriend said I was, super angsty. Well, my fiance, sorry. She said I was very angsty. So, she said I was, any little thing happened, I'd kind of snap, and then just I'd be calm again. But I was snapping on the littlest things, and then after about 2 weeks, I was just fine. But
reset and kind of normalize again.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad for me personally. I've heard it was a lot worse for other folks that I've talked to that tried to stop cold turkey. But probably the craziest thing that changed for me was my dreams. I already have lucid dreams, so I can remember them pretty well, and I get to experience them pretty deeply. But when I stopped, after the 1.5, 2 weeks of the weird feeling and all that stuff, and I just felt normalized again. My dreams were so real and fucking intense, bro.
You know why that is?
Why?
It's because whenever you're smoking weed, and then whenever you go to sleep off of weed, you're skipping your REM cycle and going straight into deep slumber. So all those years of smoking and then getting high and then going to bed high, you're skipping all that REM cycle sleep, and then whenever you stop and you cold turkey, your body just kicked back in and it started kicking back in all that REM cycle you missed up, and that's why when a lot of people end up stopping smoking weed and such, they have like very crazy vivid dreams.
Dude, it was like, I mean, bro, like so fucking vivid, it was scary.
Yeah, like crazy lucid, like
so
very interesting dreams.
So fucking lucid, bro. There was one. It was like this like jungle environment, right? But it was like a military style base almost, but it was like a jungle. So it was like they had like an arcade there for like you to pass your time by, and they had like training areas. They had like recreational areas, like a lunch bay, and I was there, and it was like really weird. I was like with my fiance, and like we were in it together and all that stuff. And then I was alone, and there was this like other like girl character like there. I don't even know. I've never met her, so I don't know what the fuck that person is.
Well, you actually know your brain cannot create
new faces. We've talked about this. Me and her actually talked about this. And like, so it must be something I've like seen, or like even if you just seen one time at random,
by.
So like, but I've never like it's not someone I know like personally. But then they like kept trying to like make moves on me, and I was like, no. And then like they tried to come in my room that night, and I was literally like laying there with my with my fiance. I was like kissing on her and stuff, and then the girl like walked in like lingerie, and then I was like, what the fuck's going on, bro? And then she was like, my fiance started snapping. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck is that.
You're like, how'd she get in that
house?
Right?
And it was so vivid. I was like, bro, I'm like, we were all in like a jungle-based team together. We were like all in like like a SEAL Team 6 style squad together. So it was like a G.I. Joe style team. That's how we dressed and stuff. And I was like so confused at this, bro. I was like, why is this dream like a real like a G.I. Joe sitcom right now, bro?
Your dreams just be like, what the fuck is going on in my brain, bro?
Made no sense at all, bro. And then there's like, there's just some crazy ass ones, bro. Like the most vivid dream I've ever had was like probably like months ago, maybe like 5-6 months ago, man. It was before I lived here, so it had to be over 8 months ago.
Oh well,
yeah. And I woke up in the dream, and I like could see my hands and everything. And I could like see. I knew it was my hands because I could like. It was before I had my tattoo. And I could like see like the scar. I had like scars.
You could see like the little bits and pieces. You're like, oh, I know that arm.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, that's me, bro. But I was wearing like tribal gear, like like animal like
pelts and
animal
skins.
pelt and like like leaves and stuff. I was like, yo, where the fuck am I at? And I look around and I like have seen this play, never in person, of course, but I've seen it in like the movies, National Geographic, like the Nile River.
Yeah,
like,
Nile River,
places, where they live, like like how they live on like the rafts and stuff. It's like a bunch of rafts, like wooden rafts put together on the water where the housing is.
Oh, okay, I see. Bora Bora.
Yeah, like that area. That's where I was at.
Oh, okay.
I was in there. I was in that region, bro. But like, I was like, I could see the water and the murky water and everything. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Well, I'm like, I had these 2 kids with me, and this was before I even had like a stepson, so I like had no kids in my life like that.
Yeah.
But I had like an attachment to these kids. Like I could feel it in the dream, and I was like, these are my kids. I was like, what the fuck's going on, man? Like it was tripping me out. I was like, all right, like I was cognitively there, but like something else, it was just making my body work. I was like, what the fuck's going on? So then I'm like, all right, we're getting water for the village or whatever, like for our hut. Next thing you know, we hear like screaming and stuff, bro. And I look around, dude, and I see like voodoo style zombies, like the ones that are like possessed by like they have makeup on and stuff. They're like possessed by a person.
Okay. And
they're like coming through the village or grabbing the village and stuff. I'm like, oh crap! So I scoop these kids up, and we're running with like the water, and I'm running with the kids on my, I'm holding them.
Yeah, make sure that water's safe.
Right, dude? Yeah, exactly. The kids, I'm like, bro. So we're running back to our little hut, and then I realized, like, they're coming from the other side, too. So then, like, they're, like, practically taking over the whole village. I'm like, oh, shit, like, we're too late. Yeah. So then I'm, like, trying to find, like, an aversion plan. Like, I'm, like, jumping through these things, like running, like, jumping over to, like, the little, different little buoys. And I'm trying to, like, get us to the land to, like, be able to run off. Yeah. And these things corner us. And I, like, jump into the water. And I'm like treading because I'm holding 2 kids. I'm like kicking through this water, dude. And these things start grabbing me from under the water and like they're like jumping in with us, like grabbing us and like pulling me in, right? And I remember I'm like pushing these kids up like onto my hands like this, and I'm like kicking as hard as I can, and they're just grabbing, pulling me under. And last thing I remember is like I'm like looking in, I'm in the water with my eyes open. I'm like, and my hands like holding these kids above the water, and I'm like, and then I just like wake up.
That's crazy.
That was the most vivid dream I think I've ever had in my life.